I'm throwing 7 different kinds of smoke.
Okay, then I'll just use Boosty, whatever.
They basically like create a fundraiser, quote unquote, and then you just pay the entire amount. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on, I even like received an infographic.
Yeah, they sent me an infographic too. Was her name Amy?
Surface scanning.
I got this one.
Activity nominal.
What? No hospitality today?
Okay, yeah.
Contact 2 o'clock.
But no, the person I commissioned was this one. Hello, Noma.
Jesus Christ! I can't believe I'm out in the shit on my birthday. I'm supposed to be doing blow off a stripper's ass right now. Man, I hope you got me a good present, Stone.
All right, Alpha, listen up.
Yeah, okay, I'll just
Team
have
is
to
protecting a scientist in one of the old museums in Cairo, but HQ lost contact around 0900 hours.
Mensa wants to fry the Earth, and we're protecting a museum?
This guy thinks he can figure out how to power up the time lock.
Bullshit. Research don't kill aliens. Big guns do.
Whatever. Time machine or no, Bravo's out there alone.
That's real. They're
It's
gonna
honestly
see
kind of sad that
Bravo,
the Rodriguez dies on his birthday.
The professor is our top priority. Are we clear?
Clear as nar shit.
Rodriguez?
Warning. We've got incoming. Take evasive action.
I will say this every time we play BFE, but the thing that frustrates me about the clear as nah shit thing is we don't know what nah shit looks like. For all we know, nah shit is actually super transparent, so maybe it is super clear. Like,
Clearly, it's in it's the poo. It's a Zion poo in Serious M 2.
Yeah, you've been here the last event.
sorry?
You have the law.
I have the lore, do I?
Yeah.
Let's hope they can read a map.
Where does HP came from?
Don't worry about it.
Wow, it is a
Protein made this game?
I know them.
The chopper's Boobard. I ended up a few blocks away. I'm
Protein.
rendezvous Alpha now.
Stone, how many times do I have to tell you to wear your seatbelt?
Eat me, Rodriguez. What's your 20?
We're in front of the museum. You know, where we're supposed to be?
I'll
Where the
lie
hell
to
are
that.
you?
Stay put.
Who's
I'm
that?
looking.
Roger that.
No idea. All I know is that he works
Some
in
Roblox about.
So I asked Amy about the fucking infographic that you sent, Nano, and she says, oh yeah, we have a common creative channel on his Telegram, whatever Telegram is.
It's basically an instant messenger.
Okay, and basically all these Russian artists who were affected by this shit all came together and made
I
this
told
thing.
you I'll
and
be
decided
there
to
in a
make
minute.
it.
It's Jones. Rodriguez to Jesus
Because that's the only way they can get paid. And I was like, man, that must fucking suck.
I mean, yeah, all in all, being cut off from any kind of, like, income, especially if you're a freelancer, kind of,
Close.
yeah, kind of those.
Remember when Bio found that bug where it shoots the fucking skyscraper and it immediately disappears? I think it was Bio that found it, wasn't it?
I think it might have been me.
That was it you? My bad. First death goes to Chubba.
I can't believe this is actually death count.
It's been 55.
Hey Chubba, here. I think you're gonna need this. No, because I care.
Team, you guys are all the way
guys.
over there? You guys are like way too
I am home. The only thing I'm guilty of, Chubba, is caring too much.
Ah, put a sock in it. Uh-oh.
Where's Noel? He wanted to play this.
He is launching the game. Sorry, no can do.
Who's you sorry? You remember, I know.
Yeah.
Remember when BFE first came out, and we all like honestly believed that like this whole section for BFE was like a parody of like Modern Warfare shooters.
Quinn, I've got a visual on the
Yeah, I
chopper.
remember. I mean,
What's Alpha status? I lost
wasn't it
contact.
kind of still?
NP.
No, because now we know that the truth is that it's actually just reused assets from a fucking war game.
I'm heading inside
Oh,
to
you mean
find
before we
the
knew about
side.
the...
Copy that.
Before we knew about the Modern
Six,
Warfare
this
shooter
is
being
Alpha full of
reused.
aliens.
It's about
Yeah.
to be full of dead aliens.
It's like, how wrong were we?
I mean, I was a tiny bit late to the party. I only joined like a year after BFE release.
Because the funny thing is, you convinced me, because I was originally a BFE hater, and you convinced me that, oh, I just didn't understand the fucking parody. And it turns out you were fucking wrong! But your natural charisma just, convinced me.
I actually don't remember thinking that your memory is much better than mine.
Which is funny, because I'm old and senile.
We are all old.
You just finished high school!
I'm 19, let me feel old.
I'm 32! I think, what
practically
year is
twice
it?
the age.
2022. Yeah, I'm 32, man! Like...
Just because you're 13 years older than me doesn't mean that I can't feel old.
Doesn't mean I can't feel old. When you bend over, do you
Age-
go...
Age is a concept nowadays.
I fucking do.
I think that's it.
Time to do a little research.
What research did you do, to be honest?
Math.
Doing the trolling.
Reload, but not to while sprinting.
Oh, man. So, like, assuming we've somehow finished BFE today, are we playing 4 tomorrow? No, not tomorrow, next week.
Yeah, why not? If we finish today.
I don't
The
remember
reload.
how long. I don't remember how long BFE is compared to 2.
Not that long, I
He's
think.
up on the second
It's
floor.
not as long,
Sounds like
but
he found the hieroglyphs he was
it's
looking
still
for
pretty
and
long,
got
I
his
guess.
photos.
No,
He's refusing to upload the photos
no.
from Says we'll get the photos when we get him.
Tell little Nelly to sit tight. Daddy's
We
on
should
the
be
way.
done like Chavez every 3 hours, I think.
Yeah, I don't think we'll make it.
I'll
Oh,
have to
we're
do it.
absolutely going to speedrun. We're not playing this properly. Are you fucking crazy?
How many times have
yeah, a lot
I
of
played
kills.
BFE already? Like... Enough?
At least 2.
At least
He is
2.
technically correct. The best kind of correct.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I don't think you are.
Oh my god, it's 90,000.
Yeah, the amount of times you play BFE gets worse if you include all the times you play BFE like campaign edits. Like enhanced and extended and whatever.
Theory.
The way it was meant to be.
I like how we're just speedrunning and killing all the
I
enemies.
forgot how weird the animations look like.
That's how much we know about the game.
It's still better than Force animations.
Ah, fair enough.
Oh, shut up.
I honestly prefer Four's animations and I'll die on that hill.
You mean third person?
Yes.
Maybe if they weren't so buggy, I guess.
I don't know,
The
they feel
IK and everything.
like they feel really fucking stiff to me.
4 or this one?
4.
Really? I
It's
think it's
from
the I
advanced.
think it's the opposite, man. I unironically really like Serious Sam Advance's art style.
I have never
Definitely
played Serious
things
Advance.
in the Serious M4 animations that like need policing, like the jump animations. But you know,
What's wrong with it exactly? Apart from the fact that it plays the sound twice.
well, for like the with the no tool animation or knife or whatever, the animation that plays is actually like it has a full wind up to the jump, but the part never finishes before the jump ends. You actually never get off the ground before that happens.
Oh, that's weird.
Also, are we actually taking the speedrun shortcut?
Yes, we are. We are.
Yeah, you're here.
Right behind.
Okay, I guess we're speedrunning then.
Well, dude, it's BFE. We don't want to fucking be here too long.
Okay. Sounds
It's
fair.
not like we like this game or
I
anything,
just hit the
fucker.
boss. Sorry.
I like this game.
I used to like this game and then I realized it's kinda dookie.
You don't like anything, Nano.
Get it, Ryerson. Get him.
Don't use a rocket launcher.
I like a lot of things.
It's so tanky. Oh my God.
Name me 3 things you like that don't
So
have the letter
tanky.
F in them.
Wait, where's the rocket launch from?
Letter F?
It
The rocket launcher was on the
level.
first level.
Quake 3 Arena.
There's a rocket launcher in the first level?
Free
Huh.
counter, free counter.
Yeah, added it.
How? No, why do you have an F in 3?
Quake. Quake. Okay, fine.
I mean, Quake Live is free.
No, it isn't anymore. They used
It's not.
No, it's not for like 8 years now.
Well, I haven't played it in 8 years.
I still remember playing it when it was like a browser plugin.
That's it.
Why is it? How much are they charging for Quake Live?
$10.
It's actually, is that cheaper than Quake 3? Hold on.
Yeah, but life sucks. They removed the Quake 3 announcer.
Can you mod it back in, or?
I think you can. I mean, it's still based on it's like free.
The Quake 3 is $20, and Quake Live is $15. What the fuck? Why is the older Quake the more expensive Quake?
This is Bravo Delta Niner. I have visual.
But it costs like $1 when it goes on sale or whatever. Why would you take out the announcer? I have no idea.
Wait, so
You
Quake
could
Live
have
doesn't
the
have an announcer? That's weird.
No, it has a different announcer than Quake 3.
Maybe it's like a
teleporting
license. Maybe it's like a licensing thing or something.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. It was a real weird decision. They had it and then they just removed it.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay, so I named one thing that I like that doesn't have the letter F.
Shepard had a heart attack.
The second thing is the internet. It doesn't have the letter F in it.
Internet is too general.
I have to pay respects, literally as a meme.
Like you can't say I like
So the most popular items on the Serious Sam Fusion Workshop right now are Louder Minigun, Once Upon a Time in Egypt remake, Uncharted Play. There's been some map packs that have been released since last week.
Why do people still mod Fusion?
they want to.
Because they don't want to play Serious Sam 4, or they don't like Serious Sam 4, or they can't run Serious Sam 4, or they're poor.
Or maybe they just want to mod for Fusion.
No, but like, one person plays Fusion. More people play Serious M2 than they play Fusion nowadays.
Maybe they still enjoy playing serious same games other than 4.
According-
Want to make maps for them.
According to Steam, 55 people are playing Fusion right now.
Remove 10 of them.
How many people are playing 4?
Why should we remove 10 of them?
Because that's us.
Yeah, but that's still people playing
Remove
Fusion.
myself. I don't want to be removed.
You're flanking.
Yeah, I like Fire. I like Rising. Can we keep it? Like, can we just remove 9 instead?
Where's Garrett?
How many people are playing 4? 217.
And how many people are playing Siberian Mayhem?
like 17.
So fucking needy.
Yeah.
I have found the end of reality, and by that I mean visibility error. Oh yeah.
Oh man, is this where the barrels are? Time to destroy our FPS, let's go.
There were barrels earlier.
Really? Only 50 people are playing Siberian Mayhem?
Right now, yeah.
How many?
15.
So it's a super cool secret of getting an arachnoid dropped on your head, possibly.
Be careful, man. If you talk too loud, everyone will want one.
Isn't it ironic how Scotium is like least marketed and least you know, the game they least care about is actually being played the most.
Sam 4?
Well, I don't know if it really counts because Fusion's had its time. You know,
I mean,
I don't know if they're comparable. What is?
Fusion isn't played the most. 4 is played the most.
I thought you said
Now.
55 people are playing Fusion right now compared to 15 in Siberian Mayhem.
But
yeah,
and 214 and 4.
Oh. Okay, I didn't hear the 4 count.
Can you speedrun this part?
Yeah, there's a secret button.
Is there really? I have no idea. Where is it?
It's like
you're like right at the entrance to the museum. Yeah, right here.
It also involves a ladder, so good luck.
Yeah, I can't climb ladders. So, yeah, just go ahead and
And it's the worst enemy.
my worst enemy. Good rise.
That was cool.
This thing. You meant speedrun this part. Yeah.
I hope we all catch that.
I'm here, everyone relax. I'm here just in time to get owned by either my Rice and Seth in my life. It's all good.
I mean,
thanks, Rice.
Ladder.
You're a true friend. Unlike Nolan, who left me to die.
What did I do?
You left me to die. You pay attention.
Let him finish the sentence.
I was on the way, Pat. It's not my fault if you run ahead.
Run ahead! I'm with the group.
No, you're not.
That's like getting mad at someone for staying with the tour group when they go to the museum. Like, what do you mean you followed the rules? Fuck you!
Look, if you stay with the group and something happens to you, you can't blame the guy that was left behind.
Yes, you can, because maybe things would have been different.
No, maybe things would have been different if you were to stay behind. No, it's all hypothetical, man.
Fuck you with your logic and shit, man.
That's why. Oh my god.
I really wonder what causes ladders to be so broken in multiplayer, especially considering they are just an animation and then push, you know.
Because the state is controlled by the host, and your position is controlled by you.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh, that was strong. Ugh.
I just saw Siri Sam died at the entrance.
Yeah, he tends to do that.
Actually, did they even fix that in 4? Because, you know, I'm not a client ever, so...
Fix what? The ladder? No.
The ladders.
Okay, actually that's a lie. They did sort of. So 4 added a fucking a feature, right? Where there's 2 ways you can exit a ladder. The way that BFE does it, and 4 added a way where it will push you slightly forward from the ladder at the top. Right? Issue is, they forgot to change all the ladders they'd already done before they made that change. So custom maps can do it, but the Serious Sam 4 ladders forgot to change it, so you still fall right back together if you have being overtilted. You know, like me! Yeah, because I had the gall to live in the oceanic areas, you know?
No,
Maybe if I was born in Israel, this wouldn't be a fucking problem, but...
That begs the question though, being a idea man trademark, how it work. Couldn't the server basically just force the client to be at the top? I mean, after the state switch.
Right.
Yeah, but they didn't think of that, and I don't think anyone, I'm not sure if anyone's actually reported that, like, directly.
I did.
Oh, okay.
Several fucking times. The issue is, right, if there's anything ping related, Croty doesn't give a shit. Because, like, you know, as they say, like, the only way for them to, like, reproduce lag-related bugs is for me to host the game and them to join me. And none of them were willing to do that.
Bro, just install Clumsy, it's this easy.
I'm sorry, that joke's lost on me.
It's not a joke. Clumsy is just an application that allows you to fake ping locally.
Okay. Saying what was about Serious Sam 2, at least they never pulled that bullshit where it made a basic enemy a boss.
Serious Sam 2 was a really good game, kinda taken down by the fact that
it was rushed, it had no budget.
No, not even.
Just quite a lot of budget.
Like, you could see that Sam 2 actually had a budget. Hello, Necro, I think.
Yes.
But like, Sam 2 was the main issue is that they just kinda the writing was a product of its time, and the technical part just kind of.
I think they just beat more than they could chew.
Yeah.
God damn it. Okay, secure the crash site and save the pilot.
Way ahead of you.
I love that hand, that's a good hand.
Keep me posted.
The way. Yeah, sorry, go on.
But yeah, CS2 actually had a lot of budget, you know, it had a lot of different assets and everything was very nice and stylized. And we actually had different bosses.
Do you think, I know this has been talked about to death, do you think Serious Sam 2 would have been good if they had the time they needed, or do you think it was doomed?
I think they already had a lot of time, but it was still just not enough.
They had a lot of time, in my opinion, but they just didn't have the technical expertise to make it work.
Yeah.
Also, there was definitely, like, multiple times where there was a giant, like, tank. What was it? What are they called? The, big red tank guys.
Yeah, we know what you're talking about, go on.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple of times, like, those guys are used as, like, a mini-boss where you have to, like, wait and then kill him. There's no health bar that shows up or anything, he's just a big guy that shows up and you have to kill him.
But they didn't build him up like a boss like BFE does, though. Like...
Take 5.
You did have the one where there was literally just a portal sitting there for, like, several minutes during the fight, and then it shows up.
Yeah, but I've always considered that one not so much like it's trying to hype it up, it's just like trying to tell you the next wave stuff. I've always perceived it as that way, but maybe you're right. Man, I just wish Serious Sam 2 had good netcode, that's all I want.
I mean, it was like a transitional period for Pro Team where they like got rid of the lockstep mechanism of Sam 1.
Yeah, and they replaced it with macro.
No, I'm not talking about scripting, I'm talking about like how the networking is engineered. They went down from something called lockstep networking, where every single client basically has to send in their movement, and the entire simulation is done like by stepping a simulation forward and locking it until the next client every single client sends their state.
Basically gathering everyone's inputs into a
Yeah. Basically every single client sends in their input, the server basically pauses like the game for a bit, waits for everyone to send in their movement, stuff and everything else, sends it to every single client, runs the simulation once and then does it again.
That sounds really inefficient.
Not really, no. Lockstep was basically the to-go way for any game before the late 90s, because it was really effective when it comes to network usage. Because you don't have to send more about the state over than just what the players are pressing. Because everyone basically has a carbon copy of the exact same state.
Okay.
That's, for example,
so what did they replace it with?
They replace it with a generic, generic client-server architecture, where the game is no longer tied to this lockstep simulation thing. You don't have to wait for every single client to send in their inputs anymore. Everything is just sent in real time. But the thing is, while it has already been achieved by engines like Gold Source and Source to a good degree.
Wait, don't trigger the next cutscene. Oh, you guys triggered it.
Hashtag triggered.
Proper prediction.
Right there.
Proper prediction.
You can't even shoot that.
Sorry, Nana, continue.
Yeah, while proper client-server architectures have been already achieved by Valve and id and everyone else. Girl Team was kind of behind on everything else, and they didn't really implement a lot of the things that make netcode actually good. Very little prediction, very little actual, compensation.
Yeah.
It was very bare bones, because that they were just learning how to do it. And they already... Yeah?
They never had a chance to be good that really.
Yeah. And on top of that, they went with with the server authoritative approach, which requires a lot of work to actually make it feel good. And they just didn't really put in the work necessary. Either didn't put it in or just didn't know how to.
I've always hoped, in the back of my head, that maybe someone someday would find a way to make Serious Sam 2 not painful, but I know in my heart of hearts that's impossible.
I don't think it's possible without the source code. No.
Yeah,
exactly.
We need to have the source code.
And even then, that would require you to rewrite an entire network script, and no one wants to fucking do that.
Yeah, especially with, with how ingrained it is with the fucking physics engine thing.
Credit to Ryzen and DWK where it is though, they did try.
Oh, what did they do actually with networking?
Insanity 2 offered new connection settings and tried to fucking make it not so painful.
It basically just increased the amount of data flow. That was basically it.
At least you tried, that's why I'm giving you credit.
No, I basically had no part in that, so...
I beg your pardon?
I wasn't really involved with
I'm gonna shoot the helicopter.
That way back.
Fair enough. I don't know, man. I didn't want to accidentally not give you credit for something you did, so I just took a gamble. You did some pretty cool shit back then, Ryzen,
No, I was just the guy who kept suggesting things, and then just kept suggesting things. I was the ideas guy.
You were the ideas guy. So you were Nano.
Ideas guy is being an ideas guy is the highest achievement, the most important job. You need to have an active mind and.
You have an active mind. You hear that, Nom? You don't have an active mind.
I don't.
Where did I imply that Gnome doesn't have an active mind?
You said you are the ideas guy, implying that you are the one.
You are the one.
I mean, I'm basically the one making all the ideas and designs for my blog, so that's why it sucks.
No, I don't mean anything. I'm just causing shit. I'm just starting shit.
The bird is down.
Ryzen, shut up.
The bird is secured.
I'm not even going to ask.
Good call.
But I need to bring you up to speed on what we've gotten out of the tablets Professor Stein was working on.
Did you guys add in colored first person's hands to Microworks? I actually didn't check yet.
I always wondered, how does second person anything
Hey, baby.
look like?
Is your daddy a pilot? Because you are really.
Well, it's basically you describing something else, so.
But that's first person. I'm the narrator.
No, so the first person is you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Third person is someone else watching you.
Mm-hmm.
Second person is someone narrating the actions that you have taken. So, for example, a point-and-click adventure would be second person in a frame of mind. Like Zork would be second person because they're explaining what you are doing. You know, you pick up the apple.
But wouldn't that basically just be a third person narrator?
No, because it's someone talking to you. Like second person is someone talking to you. So if everything in a game was narrated to you by another person and that was it, that would be second person. That makes sense?
Yeah. So second person basically is you are in control, but someone else basically describes to you what you are doing.
Exactly. So like the concept of actions is only shown by a narration by a third party, and they would exclusively use things to describe you. So you do this, you do that, or they went to Nano went and did this.
The Stanley Parable.
It would be an awful way to play a game.
I mean, it's literally the Stanley Parable, now that I think about it.
No, it's not, because that's first person with a narrator.
But the narrator describes what the player is doing. Constantly.
Nothing says, honey, I'm home, like a stick of dynamite.
Badass.
Also,
So would having a separate camera angle, like one of those fixed camera angle games count?
Also the second video that Anon posted, it has my brain.
Yes, and Ryzen in theory, yes, but then the issue is the camera wouldn't be allowed to move. The camera would have to stay in a singular position to count. Because the narrator has to be fixed, they can't move from their position. The concept is that they are they're omnipotent, but they don't move.
Those old PlayStation games, Resident Evil.
No, but
because the cameras keep changing. The camera changes.
So it just has to stay in one position all the time.
Yes, that would be second person. Because it would be like your actions are being dictated to you by someone that's narrating. It's a really weird concept. The more you look into it, the more holes it has. But...
Okay, but how does it differ from the Stanley Parable where the narrator literally describes
because you are controlling Stanley directly, but you are controlling Stanley directly and you have complete control of your actions. While second person would more imply that actions are happening secondary from you. You're not doing anything, but someone is acting like you are the person doing it. So, for example, we'll say a character named Jim is meant to be you. And Jim is doing a whole bunch of things. But you aren't actually controlling Jim. You're looking at the narrator, or you're in the same position as the narrator, and he's telling you what Jim's doing. But he's referring to Jim as you. I'm too fucking drunk for this.
I mean, there is a section where you are them, so clearly it's...
The fucking Jim button.
Look, man, I didn't create the concept of second person. Why am I having to justify this shit?
Video game. Please catch up.
There is fourth person.
Who is the fourth person?
So fourth person narrating telling is when multiple narrators, give you the story or give you the rundown of the same exact scenario. It's impossible. It's literally impossible to bring in like gameplay. The idea of fourth-person storytelling or gameplay is that the same exact scenario is being demonstrated by multiple people at the exact same time, and I don't think that's possible to really show in gameplay.
But like, it has to
way
be...
Nano and Rise come up with a way to do that in gameplay.
So basically, they have to all do it at the same time, or can they do it one after another?
I don't
Can you
quite
guys be on
remember.
top of the bridge? I'm on top of the bridge.
Because technically, if you really want to like...
Okay. It's a whole group as a whole speaking at once.
I mean, if you really want to stretch it, you can basically just have like a UI with like a bunch of speed bubbles where the people just literally all like...
Fell under the map.
We have less ideas, people in the chat.
I'm not giving ideas, I'm just envisioning.
Envisioning, that's an idea. And envisioning is an idea though. Secret Nut House.
Yeah, the bomb.
7SMOKE's in this game? Actually, 7SMOKE is in this game. We're in the whole event. Nice job on it.
Thank you.
I like how everyone's just triggering every enemy spawn location.
Triggering every enemy.
Man, if I actually had more skills than just coding, I would make a shit ton of like dumb and wacky games.
I mean, I know it's really easy to say just do it, but also just do it.
Sorry, unless I can draw in code, then yeah.
Well, what's a crazy idea you'd like to see, Nano? Tell me.
I mean, I would actually love to like explore a fucking fourth-person game.
You can always like...
So I think a way you can make
then,
fourth-person work that like would be like pressing a button to swap between people, and like there's 4 different scenarios all happening at once, and maybe you can flick between them by pressing a button, maybe. And it will change the world in real time depending on who's narrating and on their own biases.
Biases.
Like, you can always prototype it with like placeholder art and stuff, and you know, later see how you can make more out of it.
But I'd actually
or you can you know, you can make your own art style be the charm of the game.
Yeah, but
not every game has to be, you know, some kind of...
I would unironically love to see a game. Excuse me. I would unironically love to see a game with that art style from that fucking map that Nano made a TCG map out of.
You mean with like...
yeah.
Tiny Chamber. I unironically would love to see a game with that kind of weird surrealism.
Well, maybe if one day I'm finally done with microworks.
No, you have a, I mean, well, not right now since they're in finals, but you know, when it comes to microworks, you're not busy on it 24/7, unlike me.
Well, I'm not busy on it right now because I'm also studying, but you know.
I feel like if I played less video games, I'd probably be an amazing coder by now, but also I don't have the passion for it.
Honestly, coding requires a lot of passion if you...
That's the thing, is like people are like, oh man, like I was talking to someone in voice chat like a couple of years ago, where I was like, I want to learn Lua, and I tried to, but every single time I did, I got really tired and really bored and very quickly aggravated. And I was just like, I don't know how people learn this isn't fun. Like,
yeah, that's the thing, you need like a really clear goal in mind, because I couldn't learn Lua either, like no matter how much I tried. But when I finally sat down to work on microworks, I was basically forced to learn some coding.
I was trying to code like a game mode for Plastic Patrol, and I just couldn't fucking make it work, and Lua was just making me angry.
something I don't.
And it's just like, how does someone sit down and learn this stuff and like not be like, not suicidal, just like, how do they not go, this sucks, I'm gonna go do literally anything else?
In my case, it's basically just a fascination with this. Like I've always loved coding. I've been coding since I was at least 9, I guess.
Excellent.
So it's basically just like a passion for this, and for most people, it's either passion or just
What's it say?
they studied it and now they just code it.
Basically, anytime I have to learn something, yeah, no, I get irritated. Even
That's
in
what, my answer for that, Rice, is money. I just pay people to do things for me.
I usually learn things by making dumb stuff. Like I've learned Lua just because I wanted to like do a couple of small mods.
It's a couple of small mods, adds the entirety of a missing versus mode to Series M4, and then adds game modes we never had before. Yeah,
all without replacing a single vanilla file.
I mean, all in all, it's not that big. There's not that much code in it.
Keep your fucking coffee.
I mean, dude, you coded entire game modes. I think that's at least somewhat worthy.
But like I was talking at first when I started out.
Oh.
Like I didn't have no shit about networking or anything. I just slowly started, learning. And then I found out, oh, networking is actually fun.
There's actually a speedrun strat for this level.
That's not what you're telling
really,
me, Nano.
really quick.
Again, no?
That's not what you're telling me.
Networking is fun when I don't have to get dirty with it.
Oh, well, everything is fun when you don't have to get dirty with it.
Necro, I'm on your team.
But at least now,
dirty boy.
At least now I have like a broader understanding.
I'm still sad that we ended up making Serious Strike for Series M fucking Fusion when the perfect fucking game for it came out like a year later.
I mean, there's nothing stopping you.
I still want to port it. I still want to port it over, but the vision of having to update every single weapon scares me.
No, dude, that's why I haven't bothered. Like, I was like, oh man, the script is because like I looked at the script, I was like, man, the script can be one for one just ported over. But then I thought, oh, but then you have to customize every weapon and then the fucking firing spread and importing the animations. I was like, yeah.
I mean, the animations like supposed to be 1-to-1.
No, but then you have to like redo all the weapon parameters and also change the fucking primary fire to have the correct spread, and, all that shit.
Also, I guess if you really want to make it fully compatible with Series M4, there's a lot of new animations.
I beg your pardon.
I mean, I can do it for free if you exclude the weapons.
Well, I don't know if there's enough. I mean, no, there's not enough weapons in 4 to justify it.
I mean, yeah, I'm not one to shut down the project, but I really think it's a lot of work for me to be.
I was very tempted to port SBS 2, but the issue was like, I don't. The only reason I haven't ported SBS 2 is because I don't want to redo the fucking crawling animation.
You can't block Necro.
I didn't realize Biomechano was up here.
Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. I guess only the host could have done this.
Like realistically, it's still less work than if you were just straight up starting to work on Series Box Solid, first time ever in Series
M4.
That
was hard. That was hard times. I was kidding. I was kidding though. The reason I haven't done it is that no one plays it.
Yeah, I mean more like back then we kind of had more, I guess, time and passion for it.
Oh yeah, I mean I was in school when I made SBS. Was I in school? Yeah, I was in school. Well, I was in university actually. God,
damn, you were in school? It's a long time ago.
No, I actually had a brain fart. No, I was like, when was I in high school? No, I was in university.
What were you studying?
Computer science and business.
Oh shit, what the hell?
So you're an official computerist fan?
Yo.
No, I didn't graduate. I dropped out.
Oh.
School,
So you don't know how to use computers?
University made me suicidal. Let's put it at that.
Yeah, it's
I was
really,
fucking,
really hard.
I was fucking miserable.
I don't blame you.
Dude, some people are made for education. I'm not. The sad part is, right? I should have stuck it out because I would have been better off in life, but I didn't, and you know now I have to roll with the punches.
I have to say this. I do not understand how people can enjoy studying. I fucking hate anything related to school.
I don't think anyone truly enjoys studying unless.
No, you have to have a certain level of fortitude to get through university, and I didn't have it.
Okay, so I'll blow it the hell up really carefully.
It's like my biggest shame in life. If anyone was to ask me, what are you ashamed of, it wasn't finishing university.
I'll keep looking for dynamite.
I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh, there's a lot to be ashamed of. Man, when you're trying to pick up chicks, like to date, right? Like, and be in a serious relationship, they ask you, what do you do for a living? And if you say anything that isn't like, oh yeah, I earn $85,000 a year, they're like, why isn't it $125,000?
Oh, come on, that. I mean, if girl trying to date really cares about that kind of stuff, then I don't know. Probably not a good pick anyway.
I've seen people who don't earn any money and still have, you know, pick up chicks and shit. So if the kind of woman you're dating really mainly cares about how much money you're making,
oh, dude, I know they're not great. My point is more like it's a constant stonewall, is all I'm saying. And it's not like, oh, I'm sad because I can't get women because I don't earn $125,000 a year. My point is more, I'm annoyed that I'm constantly reminded that people have these weird standards that I will never meet. Like, you know what I mean? That makes sense to you?
Yeah. 125,000 is so much money, what the fuck?
Just a few. Sam, what the hell are you doing? This is.
Hold, please.
Oh god, that made me need to drink some more.
The screen is called.
Impress myself.
I think I shouldn't have picked up the topic.
Well.
All in all, at least from what I've been hearing from people, computer science actually fucking sucks.
As in?
As is Dookie.
Yeah, but basically like it's not that much programming. Okay, Anam. It's more like, you know, the theory of computers. You don't learn any practical shit in most cases until like a couple of years and like a couple of semesters.
Yeah, that applies to a lot of, you know, a lot of
what I
things.
miss.
Nothing much.
But yeah, I did business and computer science in college, and that was alright. Met some good people there, at least.
It's awfully quiet down here.
There was one thing I'll say that's good about university compared to high school, is that the fact that most of the people who go there want to be there. Unlike high school, where everyone's there because they have to be. Well, actually, I don't know if it's the same for Europeans, but like over here, you have to finish all of high school before you're allowed to, like, you know, stop that.
Oh, fuck!
Stop what?
Stop going to school.
In here, at least, you finish high school and you're done. You basically no longer have to attend anything. Then, if you want, you have the Matura, which is like a something akin to the American SAT, like a college assessment exam. If you fail it, you can just retake it next year. There is no penalty for you. You don't have to redo like a year of school or anything. And if you pass it, you can just apply to university.
Sometimes,
which is well, not mandatory.
Have you thought about what you want to do, Nana?
Areas?
First of all, I wanna pass the Matura.
You're gonna pass the Matura, you're very smart.
Let's not talk about that, please.
No, more man, have you thought about wanting to, because you have a gap year, don't you?
What is a gap year?
Well, I don't know about you, but after the Australian year for high school is finished, you have like a 6 month. You have like a 6 month period where you have some freedom. That's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about everyone doing university and shit. I don't give a fuck about that.
Everyone goes to university from straight out.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
That's fucking awful. Like you have to have some freedom.
And the thing about
are you kidding?
I don't know how it is in other European countries, but at least in Slavic or like post-Soviet countries,
Crazy people make
people treat university kind of like, you know, as something you have to instantly go to. You have to continue educating yourself.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, not so like the younger generations, but like the older the generation is, the more they put on like university and all that shit. Like people.
Sorry, I worded my question badly, by the way. My bad.
Again?
I apologize. I worded my question badly. It's like.
No, it's.
Like, I didn't realize how cultures were so different when it came to like fucking education.
Honestly, the more I think about university, the less I'm enjoying the concept overall.
No, it's not that. It's just that I'm all meant like I can't believe there's a rush. Like that's the thing that surprises me.
Because
like you just finished high school, right? You just finished like 12 and a bit years of constant education. Like you're an adult now. You have the ability to do so many things you couldn't do before. Why would you immediately go back to fucking being constrained? It's so weird to me.
Because that's how everyone was conditioned in here.
That's so
basically.
Weird. I went and fucking partied for like 6 months, and I went traveling. It was great.
And here, basically, everyone is conditioned that you have to instantly go back to university once you're finished with high school.
That sucks.
You have to grind for the Matura, and then you have to. Hello, Mori.
Hey, Mori.
You have to like get the best grades you can, and then you can have to instantly go to university.
And then what? You finish university and you go to work? Like
yes.
Basically, yeah.
Most people actually start work during university, at least in here.
I mean that makes sense. I mean you need a job. I mean I worked during university. I also worked during high school, but that's because I needed money for like partying. Seriously, when I was in high school, all my money went to like alcohol and party and drinks and food and shit. It's good. And I also bought a car, but that doesn't really matter.
A car to go to the booze places.
That's exactly why I bought a car. I bought a car because all the good clubs were in Northbridge, and that was like an hour away. And then I'd leave my car in Northbridge, hope it didn't get stolen, and then get a taxi back to get my car the next day.
But yeah, I'm gonna see how life goes, as they say.
Go with the flow, bro. That's my advice.
Same, yeah.
I'm tired from life. And
you know, man, you wanna know what I was doing after I fucking finished high school and finished my teen results? I was fucking at a party with my friend Daniel Jones, right? and I was naked, and you know what? I had like a fucking can of drink, like with the top like cut off with scissors, right? And like it was like and it had like an electrical cable like tied around like a belt, and the can was covering my dick, and I was shoving my dick in some chick's face with a megaphone, going, "Yeah, check this out!" Like that was our parties with Daniel Jones. That was Daniel Jones's girlfriend. Like,
oh.
Wow.
Wow.
After graduating high school,
it was a dare. Oh hey, the helicopter actually spawned. I like how you guys are like, wow, as if I totally wasn't like an 18-year-old that was wicked drunk.
I mean, I can't say I did that when I was 18.
I mean,
yeah, but that's good. That's good. It depends on the kind of company you keep, though, too. Like, there's different standards.
I was.
I'm not rejecting your lifestyle.
I was pretty drunk a couple of times, and I don't think I ever did something like that.
I nearly burned.
I wasn't the only. I wasn't the only one doing it. Like everyone else had like a similar thing going on, except Alex. Alex was just full on naked because Alex was fucking weird. See, Alex was that guy, right? Alex was the guy who like no one liked, but he kept coming to things anyway, and no one knew who invited him, but he kept turning up. Like, last thing I know, I think he's in jail now. I think about it. No, just for cocaine related stuff. I think he's a
it was just cocaine.
Well, nothing serious.
I'm sorry that not all of my friends were fucking saints. Well, he's not my friend. You know what I'm saying.
Well done.
Try not to get yourself.
And like my high school bully was fucking was like flipping my burgers at a restaurant I went to the other day. That was pretty funny.
I love the concept of a high school bully because I've never seen that actually exist.
It wasn't like the fucking American teen youth things where they're like, you know, nice work, Poindexter. It was just some dude that no one liked that constantly started fights. That was the bully. It was just a dude who fought him. He's an angry little cunt who had tops at home. That's what a bully really is.
I think I got into a fight in school exactly only once. That was with a friend of mine. I have no idea why. He started choking.
You were young.
I was young. He started choking me so hard I couldn't breathe. I just told him, please stop. And that's it.
What the fuck?
That's a bit fucking strange.
That's
a red flag if I've ever seen one. Like,
I mean, he's alright.
Yo guys, are you playing Serious Sam now?
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
Oh, okay. How do I join you?
Join us from the go to the chat room and join any of us. I like how you're willing to forgive, like Leonard's willing to forgive his die. I was weird, but no, Pan at the party, nah, Pan's strange. Fuck you, man.
I mean, I was pissed drunk at a party a couple of times, and I never did something like that. The worst thing we did was set an entire like bag of coal on fire and then brought it into a wooden house.
That is kind of fucked up too.
That is,
someone hugged and apparently humped you once. That's very tame. That's like super tame. Are you serious? I used to do that on the daily.
What? I did not say that.
I don't know.
No, none of us is typing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's hard to read with all the missing in
I was gonna say, everyone's dying, so it's getting pushed up.
Oh. Sorry then.
That's alright, I just want to make sure none of us is
If you go into the console, if you open up the console and do pays up, pays down, probably.
Look, I know, like, cause like, you guys need to realize, like, I am slightly older than you people, and like, believe it or not, 10 years is enough to have a humongous difference in like party culture. Like,
okay.
Oh no, it doesn't depend on the age. It depends on the people you're with. The people I'm with are kind of tame. I've heard different shit going on in this town.
Cause like I went to I can't say what suburb. Like my suburb was the party suburb, and like you know we're well known for three things: high amounts of alcoholics, high amount of drug use, and parties all the time. That was my neighborhood. And I guess I got dragged into that, and I don't fucking regret it because I have a lot of good memories.
I mean, I lived.
I also regret getting arrested once, but that was not great. But you know, whatever.
Good enough. I was never arrested. I just was once stopped by the police for crossing on a red light.
jaywalking.
They told me.
You got arrested for jaywalking. We are not the same.
No, the policeman just told me if I knew what I did. I said, yes, I'm sorry, I didn't see it, and he said, okay.
Never say yes. What is wrong with you?
I mean, he just said.
I want to speak to my lawyer.
Because both he and I knew I fucking saw the red line.
No, what you do is you spit in his face and say, you can't pin anything on me, piggy.
I want to speak without my lawyer.
No, then you push him over and take his hat. Listen to me, I give good advice. No, but like I know, like in the third person perspective, the shit I did when I was a teenager is like cringeworthy. But like
the fourth perspective.
The fourth person perspective would be if I was telling the story at the exact same time as Daniel Jones. But anyway, like but the fact of the matter is, I had a fucking good time and I have a really good memory, so I don't regret it. Actually, that's a lie. I do regret my dad having to get me out of the pick me up at the police station, and then him just being like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
That's hilarious.
And then I told him why, and my dad's like, "Oh, you know what? Never mind. That's all right. So it's okay." I didn't start. It wasn't my fault.
Do I have to add one of you guys to join?
We're playing on Moddable. Have you launched the Moddable client?
On Moddable.
Yeah. So launch the Moddable first, and then join us in the Steam chat room. Are you in the Steam chat room already?
Oh no. Is it a group?
Yeah, the 7SMOKE group.
I'll send it to mention.
Okay.
You can probably still find it in the server browser, but just in case.
Did you send it in the server browser now?
We'll try and find the group. 7SMOKE.
How are you in this Discord? Okay. No, did you set this game to be private or not?
No.
You can just join someone through their Steam profile.
No, like, it's not private, so just launch the Moddable game and then look at the call servers, you'll find us.
Go off servers a bit.
Anyway, go on then, what was your story?
I mean, the most fucked up thing I remember happening was like at a friend's 18th birthday party. I just remember like he rented a house, a small like wooden cabin.
That's such a common thing for Europeans to do, it's crazy. Anyway, go on.
And yeah, it all started fine, and then the booze started pouring in. And after a couple of hours, thankfully I wasn't there, but the entire top floor was just all covered in vomit.
Jesus.
On top of that, so like a friend of mine was just sleeping there because he like came back from working and shit. And like 2 random people that we have invited were just banging right next to like him sleeping in the room, just completely covered in vomit.
I'm laughing internally because like this is like really normal for me and I don't see what's wrong with it.
I'm really tame compared to you guys as well.
No, because like in my first year of university, I went to law camp, right? And I thought this was a really abnormal thing where they went to a fucking resort out in the bush, which had like a river going down and stuff like that, and it was like a bunch of university students, and it was basically a 3-day weekend of drinking booze, fucking, and doing like really fucked up games. So that was it. And everyone was in togas and stuff. Like that was an amazing weekend. And Nano's talking about it like that stuff's really fucked up, and I'm like, oh god, what's wrong with me? Like, am I weird? No, it's the young kids who are wrong. But then again, like, take umbrage in this now, Nano. Like, there's a time and a place for everything, and it's like the end of high school and university. That's when you do the fucked up shit. If you're still doing it when you're 25, there's something wrong with you.
There is some truth to it, It's the prime time for, doing stuff.
I'm at the end of high school and I think my life is pretty tame.
Don't think just because you haven't done a bunch of fucked up shit that you somehow doing it right.
I think I'm actually really happy with my life being tame as fuck.
Don't keep it that way.
Tame ass.
There you go, Alex, you made it.
Yeah.
I enjoy being boring.
See, the thing is, I tell these stories, and I hear people going, and it's just like, cool, people think I'm strange, but that's okay, because I liked it.
I mean,
I don't think it's that strange. I think it's just out of this world.
It's just university, man. It's just university age, Maury.
I didn't go to any parties as a teenager, really.
What about an adult?
No. No, not really.
Ryder, you and I need to party.
I went to parties and, you know, they went like parties. No one set themselves on fire or
no one was
all
on
over
fire.
the floor.
No one was on fire, Noman. No one was on fire.
I remember.
This is where the urban legends start.
The coal was on fire. The bag of coal was on fire. But the house nor the people weren't on fire.
Okay, there is a part that you guys might like, okay, that you'll find funny. At law camp, like, so at the end of it, we have to clean it, right? And there's like factions, groups, and you get split into it at the start. And the reason why is at the very end of the party, someone has to clean this shit up. And like, the idea of everyone puts in their part does not exist. So what they do is they get a representative from each group. I was one of them, and there was like 2 other dudes and a chick. And they make you scull flavored milk, an entire like 2 liters of it, right, in one go. And then they make you run laps around the building. Every time you finish a lap, you have to do push-ups. And the last person to not vomit their milk out is the winner, and their faction doesn't have to clean up. Right? So but basically what ends up happening, I just killed myself somehow. So basically what ends up happening is, like, in the competition to not have to clean up, there is like milk-flavored colored vomit everywhere from people trying to not fucking clean, which makes it fucking worse. I guess you have to be there. But it's just funny because you're vomiting up this flavored colored milk, and there's like 7 people around you going, "What are you vomiting for? You just fucking lost for us!" And you're like, "I'm sorry." Whoa.
Whoa.
I'm not.
Quinn, or is it online and spitting out plasma like a...
There's like, okay, now here's the question on my mind. Does Poland not have levers?
We learned everything we know from reverse engineering, but we've never been able to make any of their stuff work.
Think spring break, but like it's a celebration of it. Like everyone from every school goes to like a party location and celebrates the fact that the school is open.
No, I've never seen anything like that happen ever.
God, man, Europe's depressing.
No, it happens for us. We all go on holiday to Spain. And we just.
Oh, you guys just left me.
We just drink till we drop it.
Did you say Spain?
Bye.
Like, regarding the end of high school, it's usually just like people organizing for themselves, but it's like usually like classes.
Over here, there's an island, a literal island called Rottnest Island. You guys have seen it. Like I sent you pictures of quokkas.
Where the quokkas are.
Yeah, quokkas are on Rottnest Island. Rottnest Island is also like the place where all the leavers go when they finish high school.
Yeah, we don't really have anything like that.
Excuse me.
Oh, he's gone.
And stay down.
Oh man, I sneezed and then something went down the wrong way. Anyway, so when leavers happens, it's funny because there's always like a bunch of like passed out people.
Longer periods of time. I think the country where people move out the least is like Italy, where the average age is like over 30 before people move out.
Excellent.
It's usually just like, you know, like on a per country basis.
It's a luxury though, being able to move out into an apartment of your own, like.
Not really. I mean, if you live with your family, you don't have to pay for a lot of the, the costs of living. You don't have to do, you don't have to worry about so much. It's...
No, sorry to interrupt. No, is this similar in Israel or what?
Yeah, it's very similar in Israel. I can't say I haven't had the same thought in my mind for a long time. Maybe it's time I also think about moving out. I mean, I could do that technically. I can afford to live on my own for a couple of years, but everyone I guess. Everyone I talked about basically just said why? Why do you need to move out? And I don't really have a clear reason to move out.
Anyway, continue now, please.
I lost track of what I was talking about. But, well, if we were talking about me, I will probably have to move out soon because if not university, then work, and this town is far too small for me.
That makes sense.
Big enough for the one of you.
There's nothing wrong with leaving town. It's very common in Australia to as soon as you're old enough to move out to leave your city behind.
I mean, that's not uncommon here too.
Mostly because nothing is in throwing ways in Australia. But go on.
I'm sorry, Maura, I couldn't hear that.
Mostly because nothing is in tossing waste in Australia. But...
Yeah, no, dude, fucking no. No, but I'm just shocked by that because it's a huge culture clash for me. Because I always wondered to myself, with some European friends that I have, I'm like, why are their parents not pressuring them to move out? I'm always shocked by that. Wouldn't their parents be some of them are I guess, how old is he? He's 28, and I'm like, why are these parents pressuring him to move out? He's just like, well, because I don't really care if I do or not.
For me, it's the absolute opposite. My parents are pressuring me into staying in,
Really?
Yeah, because they want me to, taking care of a house and paying for it and all the costs that come with that. It makes it a lot harder to grow yourself as a person. So while I can afford to stay in here, I should focus on myself.
This is fascinating.
The younger the generation is when it comes to parents, the more the less they care about the pressure.
What would you consider a young generation?
I would consider 1970 and onwards.
Okay.
I mean, my parents are from the 70s, and well, you can really see the difference between how much they care about, for example, university or well, excluding my dad, how much they care about university and moving out and everything in comparison to if you check my grandparents.
My parents are 1960s, 1950s, so...
Same goes with, same goes with moving out, basically. There's no pressure. If you have to, you will move out, but if you don't have to, there is nothing wrong with, at least in here.
Okay, I'm just gonna AFK. I actually can't get out of this location. So
let's wait for everyone.
But yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy, man. I'm glad, really. I'm glad to know that there's no pressure because it's that's an unnecessary stress in life.
Yeah.
The idea, the thing is, I moved out not because my parents were pressuring me. I needed independence.
Oh no!
No!
You'd rather die than be with us.
No!
Bye, everyone.
Sorry, I know we should probably be talking about things that are fun, like the game and stuff, but
This is fun,
I enjoy talking with you people.
I enjoy talking about everything other than Serious Sam.
Let's talk about how serious Sam is.
I got boosted into the sky, and then I fell on the ground real hard.
Did you survive?
Yeah.
No.
The thing is funny is my parents were you sure you want to move out? What if you fail? It's if I fail, it'd be because I failed, not because I wasn't. I need to fail on my own terms. I need to come home and not have my mum be change bed. It fucking matters,
That's fair. Independence is also an important part. Everyone wants to find their independence.
But it's also
I know if I were to move out, like that would be a reason why, because I want to learn to live on my own.
Honestly, my parents give me a lot of independence. They really don't meddle with my life too much.
I'm so used to Series Sam 4. I'm like, where the fuck are my C4 explosives? I'm pressing 2. Where are they?
Yeah,
I was like, oh, it's on 6.
I was trying to shoot a Wishbite earlier. I'm like, why is it just taking damage? Oh, right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Like, you know, there's also the issue with, like, in Australian culture, it's expected after a certain period that you do move out. And, you know, there is an embarrassment of bringing home a girl and your parents are home. Like, you know, and I was like, I'd rather not deal with that, I'm gonna move out. So I moved out. Especially because, like, you come home, or, like, you know, there's a point where, like, you're in a serious relationship, and your dad's like, if you're gonna have sex with your girlfriend, can you just, like, send us a text message and we'll leave the house or something? And it's just like, I don't want to fucking do that, I'm just gonna move out. Like, this isn't a conversation I need to have with my fucking parents.
You have to break the ice sometimes.
No! They're my parents!
Yeah, it's important to have these conversations.
Just invite them, they can go at the same time.
That's not right.
Ryerson, if you open your mouth again, I will shove my foot in it.
I'm just saying it should be perfectly reasonable to have conversations like these with
Yeah, my counter argument is more, I can avoid it completely by moving out. Like...
I wanna live in Warsaw, but the costs of living are fucking ludicrous.
Do you have to go to Warsaw?
Do you have to go to war?
I do not have to go to Warsaw, but there is no city in Poland that I love more than Warsaw.
Am I pronouncing Warsaw incorrectly?
No, it's Warsaw, it's fine.
Warszawa.
Warszawa.
Warszawa. Like, it's more, it makes more sense to actually rent out a place than buy it in Warsaw, because, like, in most cases the price for, like, a square meter of, like, a flat is in the realms of, like, 12,000 water.
You can always get a housemate as well.
A house in Warsaw.
No, a housemate.
Or a housemate.
So there is a logical thing of if you were to, for some reason, buy your own home, but you're worried about finances for living, rent out a room in your house and have someone live in it, and there you go, you've got some of your issues done.
Yeah, but the thing is, renting a massive, like, a bigger place that can actually accommodate, like, 2 people is even more expensive, because, like, what I was looking at are, like, studios, which can house, you know, at most 2 people, and it's still, like, 2,000 zloty per month to actually rent out one.
Yeah. I mean, I live in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, and I'm going to get tempted that side, but I absolutely get what you mean.
I would be content with, like, a studio. I really don't need more than 1 room and a bathroom.
You know, I like having my study separate from like the rest of my house. When I have to work from home, it's nice to know that there's one room for working and the other room for fun.
I would not want to work from home. That sounds awful.
You'd be surprised. It's actually kind of liberating in a weird way.
Yeah, but like, I would love to, like, you know, if you go to, like, to work physically, you have, like, a set time you come, a set time you leave.
Oh, okay, that's what I mean. That's why I'm saying it's nice to have a room where all your work...
it's the same mentally.
To work
exactly. That room's where I work. If I'm not in that room, I'm not working. That's the logic.
I saw my mom, like, working remotely many times, and she would very often just do overtime, like, day and day, just because, like, you know, she wouldn't be able to stop.
Kind of brutal.
Is she working at, like, the kitchen table or something?
What?
Is she working at,
Is she working at the kitchen table? Like, is that where her desk is?
No, she was working in my room, and, well, as an accountant.
Is that where she does other stuff too?
So what Maury and I are trying to say is that it's very easy to split your work life between your home and life and still work at home if you dedicate a certain area of your house to working and nothing else. Yeah, so it's like, you know, I don't go into my study unless I'm working. That's the work location. So my buddy goes, oh, you know, we're hanging out on the couch playing video games. Yeah, we're not working. Like.
But yeah, what I was getting at is that if you have like a shit ton of work to do, it's easy to just get lost and work in overtime at home. Unlike
I guess I have a shit work ethic thing, because as soon as work's over, I log out and don't let anyone talk to me.
Leave it to me.
Poland is a bit...
It's okay. We're old
Polish people are workaholics.
You make Poland sound like a fucking hellhole sometimes, hey?
I mean, I saw my family, how they work.
Family ones.
Please let me see my family.
For example, my dad, who is bothered before and after work hours on the phone, like constantly.
See, I wouldn't let myself have a job where people could talk to me after hours because I'm not getting paid. So why would I talk to you?
Not only that, but also on free days, on holidays, and basically all the time.
Yeah.
Is that Polish? Is that Polish, or is this that your dad having a really shit job that doesn't understand boundaries?
Does he have like gold clauses in his contract or something?
I mean, he works in administration, so.
I don't. Man, that's such a broad topic. With administration.
He manages every single building of a company he works at.
Okay, fair enough. Because admin for me over here, like, if someone who works at administration, that can just mean that they fucking work reception.
Management, that's the word. Management.
Yeah, okay,
that makes a bit more sense then. Still.
Yeah. Anyway. Here's a topic I was actually listening to on the radio the other day that I would like the Europeans to put on. Going to the cinemas alone, yay or nay?
Yay, I go to a cinema to watch a movie.
Because there's a perception, right? The talk of the show was, you know, hey people, what do you think? Going to the cinemas alone, do you think it's strange? And one of the ladies was a concierge at a cinema. She says, I always think people who go to the cinema alone are lonely people and I worry about them. And I'm like, what the fuck, man?
What's so weird about going to a cinema, a place where you see movies, to, I don't know, see a fucking movie?
That's the thing, right? Like, I can understand seeing a movie with friends, but you can go alone. It's not like you're talking to people in the theater, and if you do, you're a dick. Trevor needs to be teleported.
It's again, it's not that I look down upon it or anything. I mean, I think it's perfectly normal, but I would understand why people think that, because I guess all in all, theaters are kind of, or cinemas are kind of a social place. Like, you usually come with company.
I very much disagree, and I fucking hate people who eat, drink, or talk in cinemas.
I mean, you can
I hate people who breathe in cinemas.
But in this case, what changes in bringing people to a cinema if all you're doing is, again, watching a fucking movie?
You're in the company of your friends, people who you like, who you enjoy being with. It's fun
But you're
sharing
still
experiences.
but you're still watching a movie.
Yeah. I mean,
okay,
you can laugh
if I could debate you on that, I think you're right that it's a social occasion, but not the actual activity itself. After the movie is where the socializing really begins, because you talk about the movie itself, you know? But the same effect can be achieved by just you both seeing the movie and talking about it at a later date.
I don't know, I think there's something like kind of psychological about watching someone, like watching or doing something with people around you.
Okay, so that
even if you're not directly interacting all the time.
That can be extended to
Point in case, this event.
No, that can be extended to saying going to a concert alone is lonely. Going to a museum alone is lonely. Going to, I don't know, any fucking place alone is lonely. Like, every single place can host a, you know, a social occasion, but that does not mean that every single time you go there, you must go because of a social reason. It's a place where you enjoy a piece of meat.
Yeah, again, it's not like I'm saying it's weird or anything. Like, it doesn't make sense. I'm just saying how I understand.
I don't think I'd go to a museum.
I agree. I think that's a bit different.
And that has a point. Like, the assumption that you're lonely because you're doing something alone is a bad one.
That's, yeah.
I don't know. Whenever I see to like go to a cinema or any other place, I go there because I'm actually interested in the movie. I don't fucking care for any social occasions. I went with my friends to watch the Joker once, and that was the worst fucking movie I've watched in a long time. And it was absolute garbage in my opinion.
The thing that gets me right is like I kind of want to see Sonic 2 in cinemas, right? Because I like the first one, but I watched the first one online, and like I want to see the second one. But after hearing that, now there's a double whammy of this grown-ass man is seeing what is basically a kid's film, and he's also seeing it alone. Like, am I raising a bunch of red flags here? I don't know. Like,
bring your nephew or niece or whoever.
My nephew and niece was born like 4 weeks ago.
Do you not have like any other like younger family members?
No.
Didn't have to celebrate that. There you go.
See, I jokingly said to my workmate, what I could do is I could bring a clipboard and pretend I'm a movie reviewer.
I mean, I just like going to cinemas because of the big screen. My eyesight is garbage, and I prefer, you know, like seeing a big movie instead of like a small movie.
Is your eyesight garbage, really?
I just prefer the big screen of a cinema, whether I go alone or not.
For the record, then, I'm in agreement with you.
Impressive.
Oh shit, we do have
I guess it's more like if you're already going to pay for a movie, like maybe you'd want to bring some friends along to watch it with you.
But they are not going to split the cost of me, so I don't really get what does that change.
I mean, because of the occasion, if you're already going, like, it's not like sitting at home and opening Netflix and watching something. It's like, you know, it's actively going and spending money on it.
Yes, it's paying money to see a movie on a bigger screen.
Yeah. That you can't watch anywhere else.
Yeah.
For the time being.
There's some, yeah, you have to admit there's some social aspect.
You implying you can
No,
watch
there is
with multiple people in the room?
There is no social aspect to it. You're literally just watching a movie.
Well, I disagree in theory, because there is like, you know, I went and saw, no, sorry, I saw Jackass 3 back when it came out 8 years ago. And like, there is like moments where you laugh together and you're like, oh good, he finds that funny too. Like,
yeah,
you know.
but
exactly.
But that does not require you to bring your friends. You can laugh with any other people that are in, you know, the...
I think, but now you know, hey, Jacob also found that joke funny. Now I know Jacob has the same sense of humor as me, and now we're like, hey, like, see, John and I get each other. He thought that was funny too. You know?
What Dan is saying is that it's not essential to the experience, but it's enhancing the experience.
Exactly. Yeah. Now you're like, oh, weird. That joke is funny.
unless it's just, you know, being social, which is fine.
I mean, I don't know, if I really have to go to like a theater, then I'm probably going there to actually watch the movie. Like, I'm actually interested in it. And
no, I want to watch that same movie. Should we go together?
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's what I was going to ask. Would you actually go with other people that you've invited though, or do you seriously prefer going alone? That's what I'm curious about.
I mean, that does not change anything to me. I'm still watching the movie.
That's fine, I was just curious. Every time I play this part of the level, the one where you're going through this small sand dune, I'm reminded of the Duke Nukem Super Pack.
Oh, same, yeah.
Because I recorded a video for it here. I don't know why, but I always remember.
Oh, the video, yeah, that one.
One thing I remember is in Riddle of the Sphinx. What was it? Sal Riddler?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like what trailers for Serious M3 have you know, has the player in like that area at the very start? You wear like, one of the sacks and like grab a weapon. So I still remember that.
You open one of the sacks, did you say?
Sacks.
Oh,
yeah. Or
shacks. Yeah, okay, thank you. I was like, sacks. Shacks. Are we speedrunning this part? Yeah, of course we want that.
I'm just gonna add one more thing.
Go ahead.
I think that watching a movie like together in a place where you can actually talk about the movie is way more social than watching it in a theater.
Such as what?
I don't know, at home, Netflix, whatever.
That's fine. I'm just curious.
It's also
so
very social,
would you?
yeah.
So would you be annoyed?
It's more social.
Yeah. Okay. It's okay. Let human me this. Like, just I'm just curious. This is a good conversation. Would you be annoyed, more or less annoyed, at home watching a movie you've never seen before and having someone talk to you during it?
Less annoyed at home, more annoyed at a theater.
Okay, because you're paying more money, obviously.
Because, well, if
Also,
I go to a theater, then I want like the full experience of watching a movie on like a big screen and not being interrupted. If I'm at home, it means I can probably watch that movie whenever I want, even if I do not, like, you know.
And you can pause it, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, if you're watching a movie in 7SMOKE Boys, you're basically accepting the fact that people are going to talk during. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like you're going to join 7SMOKE Boys to watch a movie and be like, hey guys, can you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to watch this.
I mean, you are technically able to do that. You can just deafen.
Yeah, you can.
But what's the point?
Because you want to watch the movie. I love how I brought up a civil conversation and it ended up being like a 25-minute debate. It's great. I mean, I literally use Lapper and Zerthium for that all the fucking time. So I said to Lapper, hey man, I really want to watch Band of Brothers, and Lapper's like, cool, 20 seconds later, alright, it's downloading. I was like, oh, okay, great. Like, now I have to rely on Lapper to watch this video I watched. Anyway, to go back to the original point, like, so the radio show was talking about, you know, is it weird to go see the movies alone? And the lady says she's a concierge, so basically she does. So I think that means she sells the tickets. I don't know what their role is. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, is that really the consensus, or is she just a judgmental cunt? Like,
maybe she's just judgmental.
What does she care? She sells tickets.
No, that's my point. That's exactly my point.
Mall.
Well, it's not. Don't say that, because come on, man. Not everyone can get an amazing job. But my point is
I'm just saying that she wants to go to the movie herself.
Yeah. My point is more like, you know, the people on the radio show were like, oh yeah, you know, that makes complete sense. It's like, just because she sells movie tickets doesn't make her opinion better than anybody else's.
Well, like, in this case, I would say that, you know, I guess she's probably just tired, hates her job or whatever.
Secret and deployed.
I knew a girl from high school. Sorry, like I went to see her with my old man. She was nice. We got along well in high school. She was interesting. So I go to see a movie with my old man. I'm 27 or something, and she looks at me weird. And like afterwards, she messaged me on Facebook. Like, she tracks me down and asks me like, "Aren't you a bit old to be hanging out with your dad?" And I was just like, "Fucking what?"
No, wait. No. Hang on. Stop the phone. Did she actually track you down all the way just to tell you, aren't you a bit too old to be hanging out with your dad?
No, she was trying. She framed it. Okay, so like the full conversation was, you know, I'm just trying to save you from embarrassment. Right.
Oh my god.
That's how she's acting. She thinks she's doing me a solid because she wants me to. Cause she, you know, in high school she thought I was cool, which is fucking retarded. But anyway. Because who gives a fuck? I'm not in high school anymore. Like, I don't give a fuck how cool people sing. I'm just doing my own thing. But she thinks that, like, you know, aren't you, you know, you're a bit old to be hanging out with, like, take you, you know, having your dad take you to the movies, right? When I went down, I obviously don't live with my parents. I took my dad out, because Dad's like, I'd like to hang out with you. I was like, how about we go see a movie? You know, I know the new Star Wars, I think it was Star Wars, I don't remember. There was something out, and I was like, how about we go see the new Star Wars together? And my dad's, and so we're at the thing, and I pulled out my wallet, because I was going to pay for it. Because you know, and Dad's like, no, I'll get it. You know, because, you know, he just wants, you know, he wants to do something nice. And she looks at me, and then, in Facebook, she's like, Dude, isn't it weird to have your dad take you to movies and hang out with you? It's just like, oh, I'm so sorry my dad loves me. Like, and loves hanging out with me.
I don't get why people feel that, well, doing something with your parents is just weird. I mean, it's...
No, exactly. Like, you're never too old to, like, you know, respect hanging out. If you get along with your fucking father, then all the fucking power to you. Like,
your parents aren't going to be here forever. Enjoy your time with them.
That's why I was doing it. I love my dad and I want to have memories. Like,
I mean,
and she's like, are you a bit old to be hanging out with him? I was just like, no. Like, he's my dad. It's almost like I'm a carbon copy of him because he fucking raised me. Like, it's such a shitty thing to do, right? Like, she's like, oh, I'm gonna help John out by letting him know that he looks like a fucking loser. And I'm just here like, I'd rather look like a loser than have zero memories of doing fun things with my dad. Like just the other day, like my mum mentioned to me that she's a bit sad we don't do anything. So I went and saw that new Harry Potter movie. And God, I hated it. But my mum was super happy that her son wants to spend time with her. And that's a fucking net positive right there. Like, my mum's happy and, you know, I got some memories and I wasted $50 on a movie I hate.
$50?
Oh, the movies are expensive here.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I also bought popcorn.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. The popcorn's really expensive here.
Movie typically is like $30, popcorn's like $15 to $20.
$30 for a movie, oh my gosh.
Because like
it's Australian. You need to remember, Maury, that my minimum wage is a lot higher than the European minimum wage tends to be.
Impressive.
That doesn't mean I make more than you. It also means everything here is way more expensive as well. Like, so it evens out.
almost like in Israel.
What's in Israel?
50 shekel burger.
Yep, that's true.
But it's worth it, right? Worth every shekel.
Not always, not always.
Not from McDonald's.
I am unironically googling what the Israel currency is. Oh my god, it actually is shekels. I thought that was a meme.
Yeah, it's the new Israeli shekel.
That's amazing. I thought it was a joke.
No, that's literally the currency.
Anyway, so that raises the question, you know, do you guys see yourselves in your 30s hanging out with your parents willingly?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
not like it's embarrassing,
family,
but like, you know.
Dude, I mean, our family still goes out together on hangouts and stuff.
I went with my dad to see Dune.
I mean,
was that movie good, by the way?
Wait, with who?
Was that movie good, by the way?
Oh, Dune. Yeah, I loved it.
Good. Okay, I haven't seen it. I wanted to, but I just didn't know if it was worth it.
It was really atmospheric. I liked it.
I was really apprehensive of it because I was like, man, that has such a high chance of being bad.
No, it was actually. I mean, I didn't know much about Dune before, but I liked the movie. I really liked it.
I've read the books.
And a friend who actually like read the books and everything said he also loved it.
Well then I shall.
You know, but
not textured. Uninstall.
HQ, do you read me?
But it's textured there. What the fuck? It's textured on its head, but on the ground it's untextured. What is this? What kind of shoddy prediction are you people running?
Sneak attack. They came out of nowhere. We can't hold out long.
So anyway, to finish off my story, she's just like, you know, I just think it's strange that a grown man is having his dad pay for his ticket. I was just like, it's like the concept of giving a gift is foreign to her. Like,
shit, hellfire.
I bought the popcorn.
Over? Oh, it's not over until I teabag every last one of you alien motherfuckers.
I do admit that, like, Serious Sam 4 kind of makes BFE even worse.
Yeah, I used to like BFE, and after 4 came out, I do not like BFE anymore.
No, because, like, there is a fucking scene where she has, like, a minigun, and she's, like, resting on top of it. Was it Kunal?
Yeah.
And it's just like, she took it out alone, and then you go through the town, and you see, like, all these things she's killed. But apparently she can't take a single nah in, like, melee combat. It's like, oh, okay.
Why is my...
Yeah, that's if anything in franchise.
I think we do have a new player.
Hello, new player.
A little bit.
I don't think he's here.
I'll say hello to him anyway.
New player who did?
I was first.
I don't think there's any players in his voice chat.
That's frustrating. You know, it's funny. Like after moving out, my relationship with my mother improved. Because like, you know, like most of the time you talk with your mother, it's just fucking like do this, do that. You know, why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that? You move out, suddenly she doesn't bug you about chores anymore, and you have a higher opinion of her.
I mean, I don't know, my parents are very lax regarding me. I don't really have these problems.
I envy you. Why is there a Nara in my game, and why are they wearing a diaper? Ryerson, is this your doing?
It's mine.
No.
God damn it, Noel.
It's a really old model that Adam Master once asked me to make.
What? And you said, yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
I was 14, Pan. I made a lot of weird models.
I can't talk shit. I made Princess Daisy and I was 28.
God, that...
The only thing that matters is that you love her.
Here.
Sorry, Mora, I didn't hear that.
The only thing that matters is that you love
Eh,
her.
love's dying out. It's getting stale.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, the only reason it's getting stale is because they keep reusing the same voice lines for it. I need something fresh.
You need some freshmen.
I'm sorry to hear you're going through that breakup. I'm here to talk anytime. You know that.
Thanks, Maury. You've always been there for me. You've always been there for me, bro. You're a true friend. Fucking Noam's like, oh yeah, she's my waifu now.
I can't believe you're not a Daisy fetish guy anymore.
I do love that that's been my tagline for so long, and I keep forgetting it's there. And I join other communities, and someone's like, why the fuck is that your tagline? I'm like, fucking hell.
Look, you add this as a badge of honor.
No, and see, you know what my excuse was from the most recent accusation is like, oh yeah, like, I was in a gardening Discord, and like, I had an entire thing full of daisies, and someone goes, oh, do you have a daisy fetish? He's like, oh yeah, that's pretty funny. I was like, yeah, that's the truth.
Technically.
But honestly, it's like such a fucking stupid thing. It's like, oh, you're the Daisy fetish guy. I was like, liking a video game character isn't a fetish. Like, that's not how fetishes work. Apparently he put me in another video, but I haven't even checked.
Dude, I'm sure one day my BFE models will come back to haunt me.
They already have.
They already have, and they're only going to come back stronger.
What will haunt you?
My BFE models.
They're haunting you right now. I'm judging you in this moment.
I'm glad.
You're glad that I'm judging you?
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Just take it as the fact that you don't live in an echo chamber.
I'm glad.
I do love that even the sticker is like badly cropped. It's perfect. It works out so well. Like it would take it like 5 seconds to make it the right size and more, but this just works better.
No, if you crop it to like square aspect ratio, then they're cut off from the photo.
Well, bring them closer.
No, then I have to recreate the photo in the editor. I'm too lazy to do that.
Or hear me out. You just get the photo, you make it the right size, and then you add the text on top.
Then I would have to.
Didn't Fusion make this section? Am I? Oh my god. Sorry, my brain's hurting. Didn't Fusion make this section less annoying, or am I mistaken?
I mean,
what's less annoying about it?
I could have sworn there was something somewhere that made this not.
That's good, but
take like less time, or is that the mod?
It could have been enhanced.
Oh, was it enhanced? Was it? Now that I think about it, this fucking section here is very reminiscent of Suburbs.
Yeah, it is actually.
Weird that the suburbs remind you of suburbs.
Thank you, Ryzen. I didn't realize how much of an idiot I sounded like until now.
Just now? I'm sorry.
No, it's true. I probably have been making an ass of myself all the time, but that's okay. I'm having a really good time.
It's like going to the theater except playing a video game.
Yeah, this is a social occasion. Everyone shut up.
Exactly. I was saying it earlier too.
Isn't this the final level?
Like you don't play BFE together to
final.
Wait, is it the final available? Oh wow, it's only been 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much shorter BFE is compared to 4, right?
Excellent. I'm a lot of
Okay, you go finish it, but I go piss.
Do it, Nana.
Okay, we have to finish it before he's done pissing. Go, 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 go!
Nano died. I always love when we play BFE or like a campaign down class. We just end up having conversations about things that have nothing to do with anything Sam related. It's great.
I need to piss.
I mean, when you play this game for like 9-10 years, right? You kind of run out of topics to talk about.
Yeah, but how long has it been since we played BFE proper?
Yes.
I would say a year and a half. Maybe 2 years. But still, the damage is still there. The emotional damage.
If there was a mod for Serious Sam that you could play for the first time again, what would it be? Unironically, kinda, yeah.
Yeah, I'm half joking, but I'm actually also half serious.
We had some good times off that morning encounter. Like, I feel bad being harsh on like that shitty review show I did. To be fair though, I don't think I was wrong though in the long run. My criticisms were fair, but it was still a fun time to play with friends.
This is a certified point when I'm fed.
I would like to play Serious Wear for the first time again.
You know? Let's play Serious Wear after this.
Oh, let's not. We can't do Serious Wear post-event every time we play Fusion Story.
It's the rule, it's the law.
We've been playing for like 2 hours, man!
Yeah, that's nothing.
That's nothing! It's true, we did play TTT for like 6 hours.
Exactly.
Desaturated colors.
I actually genuinely like it.
Let's not gonna play that one mod for HD.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hall of Sand.
That one is...
Is that the HD or the BFE mod?
Yes, that's... No, he made a mod that like adds global sky to ruffle.
Oh. Yeah, that one.
Oh. Does Call of Sam still exist?
I think it's Fusion, right?
I was genuinely thinking about suggesting we play Serious Marine instead of BFE this week, but no one said no.
I said yes.
No, you said no to mods. You said you'd rather play BFE.
No, the people voted.
Oh, you mean the poll? I mean, if I had to make a choice, I thought like should at least finish this series chronologically. If we started, we should finish it.
Finish the fun.
This is the last Sam game I'm playing in my life.
It was nice to
you don't want to play the fucking Serious Sam Advance fucking speedrun event? Chumper and I were talking about doing that, where we just had a bunch of people with Serious Sam Advance to see who could beat it first.
I assume 90% of this group has not played Advance.
That's exactly it, so everyone would be on a level playing field, and I've only ever beat World 1.
I played 2 levels of it out of more curiosity than I quit. It sucks.
In my defense, that I've beaten World 1, and that's all I've played. Like,
Same here.
In my defense, I saw that game and it looks like ass.
I think it looks kind of charming.
It looks charming, but it plays like ass.
Ass!
Ass.
You want to listen to some tunes? I don't know why, but I find that line so funny.
I wonder if you could hack Next Encounter to allow 4
Are you talking
players.
about Palm OS?
Yeah, Palm OS does that. Has the Series 7 version on Palm OS actually ever leaked?
Well, if he's playing it, then...
Yeah. I remember something really funny. I don't know if anyone was here around that time, but Crow Team released a video of released a promotional image of themselves like playing the Palm OS version, and they accidentally had the CD key visible, and so a bunch of people fucking used it. And Crow Team was like, "Whoops! Well, I guess that's out," and they deleted it. It was too late. It was like everywhere. So all the Palm OS people, you know, all 7 of them got like a free CD key for Series 7 Palm OS.
What, was it like a CD key you can reuse?
Yeah, because it just needs it for installation. And that's it.
This was prior to single-use ones.
That's a long time.
You know what I miss? I miss fucking CD key generators with their funky ass music.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they never worked for me.
The fucking trackers, that's great, yeah.
Dude.
Nano's typing furiously. He's had the epiphany. You want to listen to Nano's like, yes!
Unreal Superhero, yes!
We were talking about that last week. I love that fucking song, man. It's so good. That was the one that played when I was pirating Unreal Tournament.
Sony Vegas!
Sony Vegas! I love how you know!
Dude, I used the same fucking keygen. Let me even take a pic of it.
Oh man, it's so... Yeah, that song's a fucking banger.
Dude, this was that keygen, wasn't it?
Yes, it was!
Dude!
Oh man, that's fucking funny. I like how you make it nostalgic, man.
I don't remember how many times I've used that one keygen.
So many fucking times. Oh, that's fucking funny. Just the fact that you and I could both immediately place where we know it from is so good. Would you be happy to be a musician and know that your legacy was purely from fucking pirating Sony Vegas? Like...
I would be.
I mean, it's popularity.
Yeah, but it's like your legacy isn't like, you know, being a musician of renown. Just people who fucking pirate things know your songs. That's it. That's your legacy.
I mean, that's still publicity.
That's true. That's still a legacy, and that's more than most people can have.
Sadly, cracks right now do not play music anymore.
Well, I don't know the last time I've needed to use a CD key. The past 3... Sorry.
No, go on.
The past 3 things I've pirated, it's just been like extract it, make sure you block it with your internet provider, and then launch the game, and it works.
Yeah, the last time I think I pirated was, I think, Premiere, and it just told me to turn off my internet.
Yeah,
I don't pirate anymore, so I don't really
I used to pirate games, but then I just stopped. I stopped pirating games, and
I just buy what I need now because I have money.
And when it comes to software, I usually just like try to find open source variants.
Yeah. Can someone recommend me something that's as easy to use as Adobe Premiere? Because like I can't be bothered downloading Adobe Premiere again and going through all the hullabaloo. Because I recorded the Royal Rumble and stuff. I'm just too lazy to edit it, and because I had to get like Adobe Premiere again, and I just can't be fucked. Like.
So you want a movie editor that's as easy to use as Premiere and does.
Because like Premiere is just like Premiere for me was just like click and drag and then add effects and done. Because I've seen a bunch of fucking like video editors. You have to do a bunch of fucking like complex additions in order to add clips and separate them and stuff. Whilst with Adobe Premiere, I click a tool, I click the point of the video, bam, it's split.
The thing that comes to my mind instantly is Caden Life.
Yeah, you're right in there, you should have to look it up after this. Caden Live, oh yeah? Any good?
It basically looks like a match between Premiere and Vegas.
Oh, that looks a lot like what I'm used to.
It's open source and a part of the KDE project. So
what's a KDE project?
It's a set of like Linux tools to make desktop usage actually bearable.
Look, thanks, dude.
You're welcome.
Anything to get away from Adobe, I fucking hate those guys.
Yeah.
The thing is, right, if Adobe Premiere was like $90, I would just buy it. It's not, so
yeah.
I don't know why they make it so expensive, like it's like something worth owning.
Also now it's like, you know, on a per month basis, you have to pay them.
That's that's why I don't have it. So I use it once a year, and then I don't use it again until next year.
Yeah, I really hate the subscription model.
Yeah.
Because like, I just want Adobe Premiere 2015. That's all I want. Let me buy it so I can have it for the rest of my life, but they won't let me.
Nope, we want you to keep paying us.
Makes them more money.
Also, another recommendation, Pan. This one is a bit more advanced, but it's a more like complete suite. DaVinci Resolve.
Dude, isn't that what they use for like professional movies?
Oh hey, they made the jetpack more easy to find in YouTube, huh?
I mean, it's literally freeware. Like, if you don't want the studio version, you want something like
DaVinci Resolve 18.
Yeah, that's what they use for like big budget movie stuff. But I think now since there's a free simple
yeah, there is a freeware version.
Okay. Wow, that's a big help, man. It's kind of it's used in big movie production. It's called DaVinci. I don't know why, but something about that's kind of funny.
I just remember I made the effect on the Whisprite player model. Actually, the hovering effect.
I think it's funny that Fan just said, "Hey, they make the jetpack easier to find." I'm like, where is it?
Oh my god, same.
I'm so used to like the old position.
I know. I only saw it because I was like yawning. Good event, everybody.
It's not dead yet.
Punch him in the face.
Gnome, hurry up and kill him.
Punch him in the face. Punch him in the face. Oh, I can't reach to his face. That sucks.
Call him a mean name.
And now it's GG.
Nerd.
Nerd. Go home and cry to your mother.
That's how we do it on planet Earth, you overgrown space cockroach.
I just saw his teeth go through his mouth. Ugh. Ah, his feet, man! His fucking feet!
Feet?
His pants are on fire.
Who said feet?
Hey, Zerf.
Zerf joined the chat. That's Croatia's ass right there. I like how he holds it up to his ear with the headpiece in it. That's actually okay. Whatever. Why am I questioning it? What is wrong?
It's Bluetooth connected to his earpiece.
Not even that. It's just like he's got an earpiece that's like, and I don't know if you've ever worn those because I do. They block all sound in that ear. So like, why would he not hold it up to his other ear?
Why, yes. As a matter of fact, I am.
It's for sure. It's just you know something.
Epileptic seizure.
I was gonna say, is this an epilepsy warning or is it not like the right type of flash?
Time lock right now.
I've honestly no idea.
You in 3000 BC, mental. You motherfucker.
Alternate ending, Sam doesn't run fast enough, he trips. Actually, the question on my mind is, I know it's serious and the story doesn't matter, but like, if Mentor wanted to kill all humanity, why didn't he just do this in the first place?
Because he wants them to join them.
Okay, that's right.
And then he gave up, and then this.
Maybe he wanted to inhabit the moon.
I still laugh every time I think about Serious Sam because a line that Yahtzee Croshaw fucking mentioned is zero punctuation when he's mentioning Serious Sam 4. He's like, it occurs to me that Serious Sam has never actually saved planet Earth, and it's like he's right. Like,
yep.
He'll get there. He'll get there.
No, it's like all roads so far lead to this scene right here where Earth explodes. Like he hasn't actually saved anything yet.
Wow.
Rocks.
Oh, whoa! Wow. I know that guy. You know that guy.
Playability designer.
I still love that meme. This is like pretending to be an Asian chick leads to murdering a friend of invaders. I just realized that the only person in this entire credit sequence that uses their nickname is Soleis.
All their surnames end with a C. Seemingly.
See you, bio.
See you, bio.
See, there he is, narrator Bill Journey. That's what Holy shit, Mark Hamill tested this? Bro.
Oh yeah, saw that. Bro, what are you reading?
Yo,
it's in here.
Hey, it's me! It's me! Oh, it's Snow! Hello!
Oh. Oh.
Did I test BFE? I don't fucking remember.
I didn't know I tested BFE either.
We'll see, we'll see.
Those are just the fusion ones, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, I came into the BFE testing when BFE was released. Like,
I mean, you'd still get credit for that then, right? Just, you know, plus.
But the thing is, the irony is, I actually did a lot of versus testing because no one tested it. Or didn't test it properly, I should say. I don't want to say no one tested, that would be very arrogant of me. Like, they didn't test it properly. I found a lot of bugs in versus and they never fixed them. Motherfuckers.
Oh, better.
How the fuck do you pronounce that?
Pronounce what?
Bartku?
Bartku?
I messed up.
He was under Roy's name.
Poly 2-3. Lib PNG. Lib JPEG?
To be prequeled, not continued. to be prequeled.
Continued in like 20 years or something.
Yeah, thank you, Soleis, for adding that. You're good at promising stuff.
Thank you for hosting.
Basically, it's talking about, you know, first encounter, second encounter.
Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you, Russell. I don't know why I didn't.
You're not allowed to use logic and reasonable thinking. Go away.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're supposed to go away anyway.
It could have gone to be continued in the first, or ever continued in the first, because it was continued. It's not going to be continued. It was continued. Therefore.
What?
Huh?
Bogus minted?
What?
You get us photos print?
Actually, yes, I did today get some photos printed.
What? Photos printed?
Bogus printed?
I did get my bogus printed today. It would have been nice. I did put them in nice frames.
The good ending. Ben got this bogus printed.
I did.